What's poppin', brother?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Shit, another day, man. Just chilling, man. How you doing?
Feeling good, man. Just right here, getting the day started. About to do this interview, then I'm about to go get to the gym right now. Regular shit.
For sure, man. So, right now, you're a hot name. Canelo just won. What's your thoughts about that fight against, Triple G and Canelo?
I mean, to be honest, man, from where Canelo was going, I feel like he should have, put a stamp on the trilogy. He should have knocked Golovkin out. And to be honest, just watching the fight, Golovkin didn't look like he didn't really want to engage with Canelo too much. So I feel like if Canelo would have took it to him, he really had an opportunity to knock him out. But it was a very tactical fight. To my likes, I didn't think it was a good fight. I thought it was a really boring fight. But that's just my opinion.
What do you think you would have done different if you were like ring with Canelo?
It would have been a whole completely different fight. You know what I mean? I'm taller. I feel like I'm stronger. The only thing I feel Canelo has against me is experience. But like I said, I mean, I can say this all day. I have a good jab. I got good speed. I have good power. The guys that Canelo has fought in the super middleweight division are, to be honest, let's be honest, they have no fucking power. They're all trash. That's why they don't give them nothing to they can't back Canelo up. That's why with Golovkin, he has the power. He had the power to back Canelo up. So that's why I feel like it was very difficult for him when he fought what's his name? Caleb Plant had no power. Billy Joe Sanders had no power. The other guy that he won the first belt from, I can't remember his name, the tall one. The first belt he won at 168.
Callum Smith.
No, not Callum Smith.
Rocky Fielding?
Yeah, him. Fielding, yeah, Rocky Fielding. He had no power. Ildrim had no power. The only one that was actually a really good champion that he beat was Callum Smith, and I give him his respect for that. But the other guys, they have no power. So I feel like once you don't have any power and Canelo doesn't respect your power and he just walks through it, there's going to be a problem. But I mean, you could tell me, I have 26 fights, 23 knockouts. So I definitely have the power, definitely have the speed and the jab too to keep him out and be really effective against him.
Yeah. I seen yesterday you posted a meme about Canelo. Do you think it's getting to the head that your name is being mentioned a lot now? You
could definitely tell that's getting to him. How he ended the press conference just because somebody brought my name up. I mean, and I know it's getting to his head. He's mad about that, but you know what, bro? Like, I earned my spot. I've been #1 in the WBC for like 4 fights now. And I just want what the position that they promised me. They said win this WBC title eliminator, you'll fight Canelo next. I fought 2 of them. Then they say win the WBC interim title, you'll fight Canelo next. Now I won the WBC title. I mean, the people that are talking shit are saying this and that about, he needs to earn a spot, this and that. What do you think the ranking system is for? If there's no ranking system and I'm #1 in the WBC, then what the fuck does that mean? I think the people that just are talking and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, they should just stay quiet. And then when they say that David needs to earn a spot. So before Canelo fought Mayweather, who did he fight really? He fought Carlos Baldomir. He fought fucking Kermit Cintron. He did fight Shane Mosley, but Shane Mosley was way over his prime. Who else? Josecito Lopez. So like it's not like he was fighting fire competition at that time. And Mayweather still gave him an opportunity because he was #1 in the WBC. So I feel like he's a little he contradicts himself because he says shit. But when Mayweather gave him the opportunity, he wasn't really nobody either. I mean, yeah, he did have a belt, but like it was in the same position as me. He didn't really fight nobody that was really amazing like that. And like for me, I just want the opportunity. And it's not that I want it, I've earned the opportunity. So I mean, it's just I understand that people want to see me fight Caleb Plant, Charo, all these other guys, but like what do you, bro, me, I've been trying to get those fights for the past 2 or 3 years.
Correct.
So once it's not in my hands if I want to make the fight happen, but if they don't want to make the fight happen, there's nothing much I could do, and those guys are terrified of me. They're scared. Fucking Caleb Plant says that I only call him out when he has a fight lined up and he has a fight schedule. That's fucking bullshit. When I had my fight on May 21st, we had told the promoters, if we get through this, let's get Caleb Plant next. And he could have made the fight happen, but no, out of nowhere he fights Anthony Durrell.
That's pretty beat. And what's your thoughts about that? I mean, you already destroyed Anthony Durrell for him, like your leftovers. I mean,
yeah, and that's not only that I destroyed him at 23 years old. You know, Caleb Plant is fighting him at like what, 29.
Correct.
I don't think he's gonna even get close to stopping Darrell or even hurting him. But I mean, I feel it's a good fight. I guess he needs a tune-up. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, hey, the WBC, I know they're gonna hold like a convention later on this year in Mexico. Or are you willing to attend that convention and let them know that you are the mandatory and petition for that fight against Canelo because you are the #1 guy out there?
No, I'm not gonna be able to go because right now I'm in training camp. I think I'll have something coming up in like December or January. But Samson, my promoter, Samson Lukowicz, he's one of the best promoters in the world. He's been with me, he's gave me the opportunity. He's done a really good job with me. So I feel like he told me he was going to go over there. So we'll see what happens. We just have to sit and be patient.
Yeah, I was talking to your dad the other day. He said that Canelo's getting old, and he feels that he's confident that you'll stop him in 6 or 7 rounds. How do you feel about your dad saying that he's confident in you, that you could possibly
Well, he's talking all that shit, so now I got to work even harder to make him look right. I don't want to make him look bad, so that's why right now we're really motivated, working hard. But as you can see, man, Canelo, he looked gassed his last fight, which I was actually really surprised. I've never seen him look gassed like that. The only other fight I've seen him look gassed is when he fought Bivo. So I feel like it's taking a toll, him fighting these bigger fighters. He's not able to walk through them like he did, like the other weaker guys he was doing. So, I mean, I feel like right now is just a perfect time to strike. But right now we're going to see what's going to happen because he said he's going to take the rest of the year or he's going to take next year off. So,
yeah, he got surgery or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So I mean, it gives me a lot of time to work too. Hopefully, I can get the 3 fights I want, which is, Morrell, Caleb Plant, and Charo. Hopefully, that we could get that done this year. So we just got to be really patient, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So talking about Jermall Charlo. I mean, for some reason, I don't think he got a fight lined up. Is that a fight that could possibly happen down, by the end of the year? If I mean, you guys are on the same platform, PBC.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really heard much of Charo right now. I don't feel like that's going to be a possibility. I heard he's like, I don't know what's going on with him, but, he hasn't fought in a while. So I think if he fights, he's going to fight, a lesser opponent because he still hasn't even came up to 168 either. He still fights at 160. So I'm not too sure about that. I think the more of the possibility of me fighting is David Morrell and Caleb Plant.
Yeah, but I seen that David Morrell's coach said that he's not ready for you yet. So that's already kind of stopping the fight.
The crazy shit, bro, that people, they be talking all this shit, and when it's time to sign the contract, like David Morrell, I thought I was going to fight him right after my next fight. I thought we were going to get it in like November. He ended up saying that his trainer said they don't want to rush into something. You know what I mean? So that's like the thing I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, I'm doing 100% my part to make these fights happen. And, I go to, I talk to Al. Well, I don't talk to Al, but I tell Luis Cubas to let him know. I talk to Samson Lukowicz. I talk to him. I'm really out here trying to doing my best to make these fights happen because I've been professional for 10 years now. I turned professional at 16 and, I'm about to turn 26 this year. So I feel like it's time. I don't want to waste no more time. I don't want to waste no more of the fans' time. I want to give the best fights I could possibly do. And, in PBC and Luis Cubas and Al Heyman, they did an amazing job. But I feel like it's time now. It's time to step on the gas and, give the fans the fights they want to see, the best fights we could possibly give the fans.
What is it going to take for these fighters to, finally step up against you, though, man? I mean,
so what they need to do is grow a fucking pair of balls. That's what they need to do. You know what I mean? I mean, they hear me talking shit. I've called everybody a bitch and a pussy, and I don't know what else I could do. I mean, if somebody called me a pussy in the ring, I would best believe that fight would have been lined up already. But I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, these guys, these dudes, they ain't men. They're bitches. They try to act like they're this and that for the camera, but in person, the energy's not like that. You know what I mean? And they know I'm way bigger than them. They know I'm way stronger than them. That's why when they see me in person, they're not like that. So I mean, people can say what they want. They can say I'm talking shit, I'm clout chasing, whatever. It's not it. This is combat sports. It's gonna happen either one way or another. So, and yeah, it is what it is.
Bro, since nobody really want to fight you at 168, did you ever thought about, probably going up to 175? I mean, probably, them champions will, grow balls and try to fight you.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see this year and next year, see if I could get these fights in. These 3 fights I really want are David Morrell, Caleb Plant, and Charo. Oh, and Canelo. There's 4 fights I really want. if I can't get those fights done, then I feel like it's time to go up to 175.
Okay, and there's a big fight, at 175 coming up between Bivo and Zurdo. I know you've been in the ring with both of them. You sparred them. How you break down that fight real quick?
So this is going to be a really tricky fight because, Zurdo Ramirez, he's a great inside puncher. He throws a great, uppercut to the middle of the stomach, great body shots, great uppercuts. And Bivol, he throws, he's good at keeping the distance, as you can see from Canelo. He's good with straight shots, straight right hands. But I feel like what Zurdo Ramirez has that Canelo lacked is the size and the power. He's going to be able to push him back to the ropes. That's what I know about sparring Bivol. Like, when you push him back to the ropes, when you're physically strong with him, that's where he doesn't really do good at. And he's not good at the inside boxing either. But, the way he moved his last fight was amazing. He moved around the ring. He used great footwork, great jabs, great patience too. So it's gonna be hard for Zurdo Ramirez. But to be honest, I'm rooting for Zurdo. He's my boy. I love him to death. Him and his team were always cool with me. We're cool with him too. So I'm rooting for Zurdo.
All right, and would you like the winner of them? If nobody want to step up at 168, would you go up to 175 and fight the winner?
Shit, I'd be 100% down for that. And then especially because I already sparred both the guys. I kind of know what's coming. So I mean, yeah, I would love to get a fight. Even if I go up to 175, I feel like a great fight would be made would be me and Ramirez, and not because I have anything against him, but because he's my boy, and we've had great sparring sessions. I feel like we need to make it happen in real life, and it'll be a big draw too. I feel like if you're really friends and you really support each other, why not fight each other and make each other some money, and take it back to your family. That's what I didn't like about Canelo when he said that. I feel like he said that he doesn't want to fight any countrymen from Mexico because he represents Mexico. But I feel like if you really were really representing Mexico, why don't you break bread with the people from Mexico?
Right.
It's not easy, bro. Especially for boxing, it's not easy to make money. So why not would you fight with somebody that if you're 100% sure you're going to beat him, might as well just beat a Mexican fighter and let him take money back to his family and, set up his whole life. What I mean? And now when I say this, people want to take it like, oh, yeah, he just wants a handout. He just wants to pay it. Everything I basically say, I can't, they're going to take it bad, but I feel like that's really how it should be. I mean, if you really believe in your confidence, I don't think the race of a person should matter. I feel like, fuck it, if they're number one, they're ranked number one in the division and, ranking number one in the rankings, that you need to give them the opportunity. I think that's your job as a champion, to defend the title and do books and fight the number one.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's some big fights coming up, man. There's talks between Errol Spence and Crawford. What's your thoughts about, that fight right there?
That's going to be a sick-ass fight, bro. I can't wait to see that. I don't know who's going to win. It's a 50-50, bro, honestly. But I feel like it's going to come down to who has the most heart. I don't even think it's about the skill because both men have skill. I think it's going to come down to Errol Spence. He has to put the pressure on. He has to keep banging the body, But that's what Errol Spence does, too. And then he also has to hit around the guard. Even if they don't hit clean, he has to take every shot he gets. But that's what he does pretty good anyways. And Terrence Crawford, man, he's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
He uses the ring really well. He's really sharp. But I feel like the power is a little bit more on Errol Spence. He has the power advantage, but I feel like it's the sharpness and the speed is on Terrence Crawford, but it's going to be a great fight, man. I feel like it's definitely going to be like Leonard and Hagler.
Yeah, I hear you. Another fight that they're talking about is Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis. What do you think about that fight? That's another good fight.
That's a great fight, man. Hopefully it happens so I can be there live because that's really one of the fights I want to see live. I feel like for Ryan Garcia to win this fight, he's going to have to box a little bit more. He doesn't just have to be the aggressor. He's fast. He's strong. I feel like he's going to have to set up traps for Gervonta to run into. But that's the thing about it, too. Gervonta is a beast, bro, and he has a lot of experience. It's going to be a great fight, man. Punching power on both sides. They're both got huge fan bases, so I feel like this is probably going to be the biggest fight that we've had in a long time.
There you go. I'm gonna wrap things up, man. You got any message, to your fans out there that been supporting you since day one?
Yeah, man. I just want to thank all the fans for everything that they all the support and all the love they're giving me. I mean, when I was at the Boxing Expo, I got there at 10 in the morning. you know, and I left at 5 p.m., you know, and I was there for 7 hours, you know, just standing there taking pictures with the fans, signing autographs for fans. And, you know, that's why I made sure I stayed until I got every fan done. And, you know, I feel like that's not what everybody did over there, you know. So I take pride in that I'm really there for the fans, and I'm gonna show up early every time, and I'm gonna even stay after the boxing expo to make sure everybody's taken care of and everybody feels welcome. Because if it wasn't for the fans, none of us would be in the position we are right now. The fans are the ones that pay money to buy our fights, and they allow us to get paid. So I feel like I give more appreciation to the fans, and, you know, I treat all the fans like my family, because essentially they are my family.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate your time, brother. You already know you're welcome here anytime.
Yes, sir, brother. See you next time. Thank you.